Good morning to all my amazing choosing one up there. So I have this topic for us. I just see this flower, then I decide to use it to make a topic. So look at this. I'm sure all of us will love it. You see how beautiful it is? You see how fresh it is? So like in 3 months time now, in 4 months time, you come to realize that all this flower you are seeing here will wither. Believe me. So I bring out this topic that flowers may wither, but it will still grow up and do what? And bring out the same flower it do used to. So guess what? That is what the enemies have not come to realize about us, the chosen. So sometimes they will see difficulties around us and they will conclude that that is the end of our life. They will conclude that that is the end of our progress. They will conclude that that is the end of our prosperity, not knowing that if I fall, if peradventure I fall, I will surely do what? Rise again. This is the word of God. So many people will start, to mock at you just because of the little Christ you have within you, or the little mistake that you did. So that is the reason why I decide to title this topic, that even if the flower wither, that it will still do what? Grow again. I may be poor today, but I know tomorrow I will be rich. I may not have enough today, but tomorrow I will have enough. I may not be able to live okay today, but tomorrow I will live a good and enough. So people will look at your starting at the beginning of your joining and conclude that you can never be successful. Listen, I may be poor today, I will also do what? Be someone tomorrow. So that's why I do used to sing this song. Do not conclude with my present condition. Jehovah is working on me. I may be poor today. I said Jehovah is working on me. Do not conclude with my present situation. Orise Binigwe is working on me. So listen, let them not conclude, because maybe they think that the grass that was growing before, or maybe you have been progressing before, maybe you have been doing exploit before, or suddenly something occur and nothing is happening again, or suddenly you involve in one loss to another, and they start to look you as someone who is not capable to meet up, or maybe they come to understand that there are some certain things you are lacking in your life, or maybe there are some certain things you are not be able to achieve, or you have not been able to do what? To get. And because of that, most of them start to laugh you. Most of them start to use it to mock you. Listen, I don't care whom is mocking you, but if the flower wither, it will grow up again. If things become difficult, it will become solved in one day. I don't care what the enemies have to say. So the issue is this: I'm not here to do what? To debate with them. So whatsoever that is withered, that people are using to mock you, leave them. Time will come that the grass will also grow again. You got what I'm saying? Grass will also grow again. Sometimes you may be in your crushing time, in your crushing period, in your crushing season, in your crushing time, and people will start to mock you without knowing that after the crushing, there will be what? Elevating. After the crushing time, there will be what? Extraordinary favor that come out of it. That after every storm that you pass through, that there will be every evidence that there is a blessing ahead of every storm. So what the enemy do, what the enemies are doing or plotting against you, may not do what? Destroy you. I know it may not destroy you, but sometimes it make you to feel pain. Yes, it may not destroy you if you refuse to do what? To quit. But where it will destroy you, when you start to hearken to the word, when you start to do or to go with their own will, when you start to do what they are doing. So that is when it may not. But if you refuse to do what, to go with them, if you refuse to do what they are doing, if you refuse to act the way they are acting, that is when it will not do what hurt you. So what am I trying to say? When the enemy tell you at your crushing time that it is over, stood and tell to them, I have a God who speaks at once, but twice have you heard him, and said to them, even if I fall, I will rise again. This is the word of my Father, for because his word is changing not. The Bible said in his word that even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil, for thou art with me. The rod and the staff that comforted me, that prepared a table before me in the presence of my enemy. Thou anointed my head with oil, and my cup run over. See, so listen, I don't get to know what the enemies have done. He prepared a table before you in the presence of that word crushing time. Hey, in the presence of that weeding time. Look at this flower. Let me show you another flower. You come to understand what I truly mean. So, if you come to understand the difference between these two flowers, this is how you come to understand that at the beginning, people will start to mock you. Look at this flower. You can see it, that the part of many of these flowers have already withered. So if you look at ground, you see some flower that have already fell down. So when God is trying to do to clear some certain obstacle in your life, when God is trying to take you to the next season, because after this flower now, after all of them withered, so it will bring out another leaf, which will do it, which will start to do it, to produce another flower, fresh one. So when God is taking you to different stages, when God is trying to promote you, expand you to different level, people will see it as your crushing time, and they'll start to use it to mock you. So if you can look at this one, you come to understand that this one have no withered. Thank God that we have a lot on the ground. You see, so when God is trying to prepare some another extraordinary table, or maybe where you are, the blessing you have right now, God want to add it, and now before he will add it, he wants you to pass a certain level that you will be able to hold the blessing that he have given you. So look at this one. You see how fresh this one is. You understand me? So when God is about to prepare you to the next blessing, he make you to face some challenges, and in facing that challenge, many people will see it as your downfall. Many people will start to use it to mock you. Many people will start to use it to do it, to celebrate, because maybe they will be thinking that is the end of your progress. That is the end of your success, not knowing that God have prepared a table before you right in the front of your enemy, that even though I fall, I will still rise again. So the flowers may wither, the flowers may die, but that does not mean it will not grow up again. So remember, may God bless you.